Thanks for joining us. I'm Mitchell Ringos. The inner city area was lit up with colorful lights and Christmas decorations for the annual Parade of Lights last night as thousands lined the route to get in the Christmas spirit and continue a long-standing holiday tradition. Jessica Clement reports.
With Thunder Bay having a little bit of snow, residents were getting into the Christmas spirit Saturday night as they watched the annual Parade of Lights. More than 125 floats were registered, with around 140 vehicles decorated in bright lights and inflatable decorations, to the joy of the thousands of people lining the parade route. Parade Chair Greg Stevenson says the parade takes a large group of volunteers to pull off, but it's worth it every year.
We have officers that donate their time to do the traffic duty. We couldn't do it without them. We have civilians, and the charities all supply walkers that walk along the route. So it's a very large volunteer group of people that put this together.
Smiles could be seen on the faces of kids and adults, and we asked some parade goers what their favorite part was.
The lights. The parade.
I love that it's all Christmassy. I love the actual purpose of it. Well, maybe. The lights. The lights, I guess. I don't know why I like the lights. I just really like the excitement. Yeah. I like the decorations.
The lights.
The lights.
The parade serves as a fundraiser for 4 local charities: Autism Ontario, George Jeffrey Children's Centre, Special Olympics Thunder Bay, and the Thunder Bay Therapeutic Riding Association. Volunteers are walking along the parade route to collect donations, and Stevenson says their goal this year is to raise more than last year.
Last year we raised $45,646.10. So our goal this year is $45,646.11. We want to be able to beat last year, but whatever we get, the charities get all the money that's raised, and obviously we want to get as much as we can, but they're appreciative for whatever we can give them.
Jessica Clement, TBT News.
With the increased pressure on food banks, another effort is underway to help the Regional Food Distribution Association replenish stock. From now until Christmas, all local Loblaws affiliated stores, including No Frills and the Real Canadian Superstore, will be stepping up to help families in need. The stores will be accepting food and monetary donations at the till. County Fair No Frills owner Sean Kapnerhurst says some specific items the organization is looking for includes canned vegetables, cereal, sugar, pasta, and soups. He adds that the need is great in the community, especially at this time of year.
It hasn't gotten any better. It's as inflation goes up, more and more families and individuals need help from the food bank, more so than ever before. So to do this, and it usually seems at this time of year people are a little more giving than they are other times of the year. I think they need it all the time, but this is a great time to capitalize on that spirit that everyone has. They want to help out.
The RFDA is looking to fill 1,500 food hampers during the holiday season. People can help the effort with donations at participating stores in the city. Tomorrow, City Council will be asked to approve an upset limit to cover the cost of the over-budgeted River Street project after the HST rebate. The work costed over $2.8 million, which is $326,000 over the previously approved figure. The report cites factors like cold weather work and unexpected water and sewer work for the overage. River Street was originally closed in May of last year after the large sinkhole developed as the result of a culvert failure. The project experienced multiple delays and didn't reopen until September of this year. City project engineer Mike Vrogrig says the city did recover $10,000 in liquidated damages because the contractor worked past the targeted completion date.
The contractor in place was generally, for the most part, putting a lot of effort in. And the reason why the contract went long was because additional work was added to the job. But once we added up all those additional days that we had provided for the additional work that the contractor did have to do, they still ran about 2 to 3 weeks late. And so based on that provision, they were assessed a small penalty, liquidated damages for running too long.
If approved, the overage will be covered by funds that were allocated for work on the McKellar Bridge. That project won't be moving forward until next year. Mushkegowuk MPP Guy Bourgeon is pushing the Ford government to increase highway safety in the north. He spoke at Queen's Park recently, again asking if they will bring forward Chad's Law, which would make it illegal for motorists to cross double yellow lines while passing.
Minister of Transportation said Ontario has the safest highways in Canada. Speaker, it's hard to grasp the meaning of that sentence when a Facebook group called Highway 1117 Kill People exists. Just visit that page. Hundreds of daily photos of drifted trucks and accidents, and videos of drivers passing on double solid yellow lines, both commercial and personal vehicles. My question to the Premier: will the government bring forward Chad's Law and make passing double yellow lines illegal and penalized in Ontario?
That member, anytime we have brought any measures in this House through the budget, through the fall economic statement, to invest in road safety, to invest in highways like Highway 11, Highway 17, expanding highways, that member has voted against those measures every single time. We are opening up new rest areas, Mr. Speaker, on these highways, and that member voted against increasing safety and building more rest areas across the north, Mr. Speaker. We will continue to work with law enforcement and advocates in road safety, ensure that we continue to have the safest roads.
Treaty 3 Police held their 5th annual all-girls gathering recently, with events around the region for girls from Treaty 3 First Nations aged 13 to 18. Lee Noonan has more.
The Treaty 3 all-girls gathering was held in Dryden, Kenora, and Fort Francis, with roughly 100 girls attending in total, joined by their adult chaperones. The event is organized by officers with the Treaty 3 Police Service.
We're leaders in the community, and when we're practicing our traditional ways and culture, it's empowering people within the community to take part and take back their culture.
The day-long event kicked off with traditional drumming and women's cultural teachings.
We come in and we start singing, and we sing loud. You know, as women, our voices are to be heard, and so we sing loud.
Every year, the event also features a self-defense class, teaching the girls some fundamentals of keeping safe and fighting back in a threatening situation.
There must be 1,000 different ways that a bad guy could attack me. Now there's one. Okay, right hand and left hand. And they're going to try to stab you, punch you, grab your hair, slap you. But what do they do it every time, right? It's like, anything else you got there, Mr. White? Right? Every time I throw, she just keeps putting her hand up and stopping that.
This year's keynote speaker, Kristen McKay, shared her music and art with the girls, as well as a message of love and empowerment.
Call your spirit back. Take care of each other. Be the change. Everybody love everybody.
Sergeant McCready hopes the event will help inspire the girls to consider jobs in policing or take on other leadership roles in the community.
They absolutely know there's a spot here for them if policing is the way they want to go, and we hope that they do. And this just brings awareness of exactly what we do.
McCready says the response from the girls across the region has been positive, and she hopes they've been able to inspire and empower them. Lee Noonan, TBT News.
SIJHL games are a place to relax and enjoy some hockey, which has been a pastime for many locals over the years. But for some Ukrainian residents who just arrived in Thunder Bay, it was their first visit to the Gardens, and they were in luck as they got to see the Battle of Highway 1117. The Thunder Bay North Stars and Cam River Fighting Walleye always bring excitement to the city, and it was no different over the weekend. The only difference was who was in attendance, as a number of Ukrainian residents who moved to Thunder Bay a few weeks ago were given free tickets from the North Stars to enjoy the game. We interviewed one family in attendance who said even though they didn't know much about hockey, they were happy to attend.
It's pretty fun. My parents like it too, and it's much better than watching it on TV.
And while the North Stars said they plan on doing something like this again in the future, the family we spoke to said they will definitely be back.